Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Now, I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale all day today. This is a little bit of a special interest reading. Came across my news feed last night, and I think I got a real hit that it was going to have international implications. So let's see how it goes. Entertainment only. It's along the lines of other court cases that have been happening in Australia. But what this particular one is that the Australian E-Safety Commission, so this is when it's e-safety, they're talking about electronic safety, they're talking about carriage services, social media, etc., etc. Their commission committee, not quite sure which one it is, but the Australian E-Safety Committee has brought a court case against previously known as Twitter. I can't call it X. I just can't go there. So I'm going to call it Twitter, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Versus Elon Musk. Now, what it is, it's in regards to, if I'm looking this way, this is where my notes are. It's in regards to the violent videos of the church stabbing that happened in Australia. Goodness me, was it only a week ago? There is really graphic video of the actual stabbing. Now, none of this has been shown on our news cycles. They always show it where you can't actually see what's going on. I haven't seen any of these videos, but apparently they're really graphic recordings that went out on Twitter. So the Australian E-Safety Commission has brought it to the courts demanding that those graphic videos, those explicit recordings be removed from Twitter. Now, what's happened is that they have been blocked from Australian viewers, but they are still visible on a global scale around the rest of the world. So there is a court order that had been forward, a court order to block the international display of these videos on Twitter. It ends today. The Australian E-Safety Commission has requested it be extended, and they are requesting that those graphic videos be completely deleted internationally from Twitter. So, both sides of government in Australia have come out in favour of this. Elon Musk is claiming, freedom of speech, you know, that usual bullshit that they carry on with. Freedom of speech, it's just the start of them censoring, blah, 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 blah. Oh, please, Elon, get back in your box. What have we got here? A call for... that's something else that's happening in Australia. As a side note, there is a petition going to our federal government demanding that women be allowed to carry pepper spray for self-defence. So that's another court case coming up as well, I believe. But I'm talking about the Australian e-safety versus Elon Musk. So when I saw this, went, wow, this case is going to have international implications for social media platforms. So basically what it is, it's holding social media platforms accountable for the content. Now they do say, we're merely the publisher, we can't be held responsible for what is actually published. Excuse me, yes, you can. It's no different than a news editor being held responsible or a newspaper having a look at what's going on in the UK at the moment with, was it The Sun or The Mirror or one of those gossipy rags being held accountable for phone tapping, etc., by one of their reporters. Yes, you are responsible. So how is this going to play out? I'll have a look from both sides of view. So how is this going to play out? Both sides of government in Australia have come out and basically called Elon Musk an arrogant bully. Yep. Call it how you see it. In Australia, we do. So let's have a look. How is this court case going to go for the Australian E-Safety Commission, whatever it is? I just put COMM down, so it's one or the other. How's this court case going to play out? Okay, you want that card. I'm actually kind of excited for this because I think it is going to be a foundational international case. Now, I don't know where it would go to if it's going on to the international scene, but let's have a look. Come on down. I don't know. I see that's the problem. There is no international governing body. But if Australia starts this process and then Europe and the US take it on, let's see where it goes for the E-Safety Commission, this court case. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, celebration. It is often my be careful what you wish for card as well, but I'm just getting a real feel that both emotionally and practically shining the light on this. It's only candlelight. It's not a big lantern or anything like this, but by shining the light on this, they are bringing it. They are bringing it. Okay. Challenged by or seconds. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. Love it when my boys come forward. If you hear them, let me know. I am really drawn to the eagle in the background, and we've got truth, a defiant truth coming forward. I suspect the US government is really watching this with the bald eagle in the background. I think the US government is really watching as this knight, it's not a king, it's not an ace, it's a knight. Australia always punches above its weight, is making a stance on this, a legal stance. Okay, foundation. Well, yeah, hard work going on behind the scenes to bring forward a solid case, but it's also about behind the scenes money. Now, you've got to remember also that companies like Twitter, Facebook, Google, etc., they make really, for our populace, Amazon too, they make really good money in Australia, but they don't pay any taxes. So this is very much about potentially making money out of content is what I'm getting there. Okay. At the foundation, content pays. Yeah, is what I'm getting there. Content pays. Wow. There's a really strong case here as well, but let's see where it goes. In the past, shining a light on this, absolutely. Bringing it into the collective awareness, a judgment, really blowing the horn on this powerful past energy there, really exploding it open. How's it going to go for the E-Safety Commission? The manipulation, they're going to expose the manipulation of this of social media. I think it's only against Twitter. I think when Facebook were told to take it down, if I remember correctly, I may be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Facebook did take it down. But this is exposing the manipulation, but exposing the wider network of this. They're bringing it forth that there is more than it's more than just the this particular issue, because we've got the messaging, we've got the truth, we've got the protection, and we've got the emotions here. It's not, to me, this is Elon playing with all of that. His poise. is what I'm getting there. Boy. Right, this is international messaging. It's not just in Australia, apparently it's been blocked in Australia, but we're talking international messaging of this in the immediate future. An inspirational female energy stepping up, and female is about community protection, about compassion, about inspiration. So I don't know whether there's a female prosecutor here or it's just overall the feminine energy stepping up saying, we do not want this anymore. We do not want this anymore. Internally, I think the Commission's going to actually potentially win this, because internally, determination to move forward. It'll be slow. It's not going to happen overnight. But boy, oh boy, is change really needed. Hopes and fears. The arrogant Elon Musk type, my way or the highway, toxic energy, dictatorship energy, keeping control energy, that's hopes and fears. The outcome of ruling on this, the powerful ruling on this, in regards to these international oligarchs that control this, reduced because of the pain and grief that they are causing and their bad choices. Their bad choices as this new law or new legislation comes forward about those that have moral, ethical corruption, banishing groups out, minority groups that are finding themselves under attack, or just really it's all about the greed of the money and bugger the rest of, and bugger humanity type thing, the abuse of power, volatile message been coming forward about the anxiety that they're causing, their mercenary actions, and a ruling, a powerful ruling. This is my Biden administration card. I could also call it my our Anthony Albanese card. There's big energy because it is time. It's actually past time, but it is time. This is about safety, security. It is a crossroads moment about this messaging, which way to go forward. I really think that this is going to be an international test case, if that makes sense. So show me, how's this test case going to go? It's almost like there's going to be a ruling in Australia which is going to catch on elsewhere. Now, it's interesting that Australia is the testing ground or the foundational ground for this, because our courts are very much bipartisan. Then they have they get proven, and there's so many checks and measures in place. They get shown again and again not to be politically biased. So the ruling that will come from the Australian courts in regards to this is not pandering to any political atmosphere that's happening, if that makes sense. But the fact that both sides of government have just said enough is enough, this is going to be really interesting. I'm actually feeling really impassioned about this, really strong about this. How is this court case going to go within Australia from the Twitter Musk point of view? How is this court case going to go from the Twitter Musk point of view? How is this court case going to go from the Twitter Oh, he's angry. He's really angry, which tells me it doesn't go his way. But let's have a look. How's this court case going to go from the Twitter Musk point of view? He cannot believe that the Australian government would. How dare they? Don't they know who I am? Type energy. Let's have a look. How's it going to go? Okay. Oh boy, not well. Yep, not well. The ruling is going to be not in favour of Twitter. They're going to have quite severe restrictions on this. They're going to have to retreat in their position. Thank you. Yeah, as there is a cleansing of new emotional beginnings, new partnership beginnings, just opening the eye to the financial gain at the expense of the playing on emotions. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It's all about the money, honey. It's all about what money can we make out of showing this explicit material, money changing hands, but it's also about security and protection of those that are most vulnerable. Bringing forth protection, weighing, I'm drawn to the weighing here, the scales of justice, weighing up the protection of those that are most vulnerable. Thank you. Love it when my boys let me know what they really mean with a particular card. Okay, in the past, out of left field, this was unexpected that this was going to be brought forward from Elon. Because at the moment, he holds, or his Twitter holds in the balance the clamouring of information, protecting the most vulnerable. He holds it. His actions have consequences. I don't think he expected this to go as far as it has. Crowning this reading, this was the East Safety Commission, crowning over the energy over this. How's it going to go for Elon? Again, we've got this pinnacle court case being watched on by the US in the immediate future. Oh, goodness me, I poker shuffled them several times. Yeah, it's all about the money behind the scenes externally. How's it going to go for Elon? Protection, healing, keeping it hidden. Yeah, he wants to keep the protection under wraps. Externally for him, internally, just awful energy. It's all about money for him, and he doesn't care who he hurts internally. Hopes and fears, feminine energy coming forward, bringing forth with it something that has not yet been revealed. We've got the ending of the oligarchical cycle, strict boundaries being put up, new law being brought forward that's going to end this toxic masculine as we move into a new era. Going to end this toxic masculine mercenary actions coming to an end. I think this is on a worldwide scale that we've just had enough of it. You'll find in the majority of countries, the majority want these strict guidelines. They want social media to be held accountable for the content that they publish. I've even reported stuff personally that I have seen on certain pages where it is just awful, awful, vile vitriol against other individuals. And I've reported them and got a report back saying, oh, it doesn't go against our guidelines. And I'm talking about really venomous stuff. And I'm like, seriously? Seriously? So, yeah, I think we're looking for more guidelines. This is shining the light on the snake in the past, bringing about a judgment and an awakening that is going to bring about an ending on the world stage to those that make money out of this, and it's going to bring about real, authentic reform, ending of how things are done and new beginnings. It's my real, deep, authentic reform card. So again, not going to happen overnight, but I do see that this case being brought, I do see that the E-Safety Commission in Australia are going to be successful. There's going to be new legislation brought in, controlling legislation that, to be honest, can only really influence what's happening in Australia. But I do see that other countries, especially the United States government or whoever it is within the government that keeps an eye on these things, will be looking at this case very carefully, and change is coming. Absolutely. I think once this case is through, it'll be quite rapid change. Talking 2025, what have we got? We're going to have a new government in the UK. We're going to have a new government in the US. There's going to be a new EU government. I don't think it's going to be as horrific as what some people think the new EU government's parliament's going to look like. Remembering that in the EU, their right wing in the US is more the US equivalent of the extreme right wing in the EU is quite centralist. So it's just that the US right has gone so far right that their moderate left seems like extreme left. So I'm just going to leave it there. I think this is going to be a really important international case, so we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for joining me. Won't be here tomorrow. It's our Anzac Day. Got lots of engagements on a very sombre and personal level, so I shall catch you the day after. Take care. Love to you all.